Hello and good evening. Welcome back to the channel. So, have you guys ever wondered what is the human body language when you like someone and how it can actually differentiate between when you don't like someone? Because the thing is that we human beings have a very same pattern on how we actually react with our body towards someone, whether we have a specific feeling to them, we're going to show green lights or red lights. And it's like called non-verbal communication and body language. So it's very much predictable how to expect someone might even think about, let's say, saying something to us before even we proceed to actually ask them a question. So this is a very important topic, like the top 15 signs that whether she's attracted to you based on the female reverse psychology. So, alright, guys, listen closely because what I'm about to share with you will change the way you actually read women kind of behavior forever. If you're ever actually being confused and unsure or stuck wondering, does she actually truly like me? Or am I imagining all this? This is the clarity because women, they don't upfront come and face you and say, hey, I like you and do this and do that. They would show you some signs and expect you to just proceed and do the big step and go to the next thing. And you might be like, okay, what if I read the signs wrong? What if I mess up? Then she might think that I might lose her as only even a friend. Then I won't have access to her anymore. Well, that's like why you're just playing in your mind. So here I'm going to give you exactly what you need to know. And one of the signs is actually going to surprise you because you don't know about that. So one of them is that her eyes keep coming back to you even when she's trying not to. For example, you actually somewhere she's trying to check you out, whether you're in a gym or something. A woman can control her words, she can control her tone, but she cannot control her eyes. And if she's scanning the room, yet somehow her eyes actually land on you again and again, that's not an accident. That's kind of subconscious attraction talking. That, for example, you see someone numerously checking on you. That's a good sign, and you can sense it. And also, what there is actually possible is that bringing a wingman. Like, what is that? Whether it's like a wing woman or a friend of yours that you take with yourself, usually it can be a sister or it can be an ex. When you show up at an event or at a party or nightclub with a female that's just your friend, women tend to look at you more. It's like you have been already pre approved. They feel safe around you. They feel like you are someone that they might be interested in because it's like you have done your test and that way they can open up to you even more. The next sign is that she would smile at you and she would laugh at your jokes. And there's a phrase that if you can make her laugh, you can kiss her. And if a woman doesn't like you, she will not laugh at your joke, even if it's funny. They will look at you and be like, yeah, not so funny. You know that you don't have a chance on it and she's not the right fit for you, then you don't waste your time. Because wasting time trying to impress someone who doesn't even like you is the worst thing you can do, actually. So don't do that. Go to someone that you can have a normal conversation and you can attract, and that person actually likes you. I think that's the best kind of idea I can give you guys. So the next sign, the third sign, would be the fact that she plays with her hair more around you. You see women like they do their hairs and sometimes they do like that. If she plays with her hair, it's like a body language that she can trust you and she likes you, not just normal kind of touching, but what I'm talking about, slow and soft and brushing your hair, like trying to show that kind of side to you. This is primal. It's a female invitation signal that screams, I want you to notice me, to see me. She's trying to show her hair and everything because that's a very beautiful thing that women have. Women have really long, beautiful hair. Sometimes they dye it, sometimes they take care of it. So this is a really beautiful part. The next signal, guys, that I'm going to tell you is an interesting one. Let me know if you have ever experienced it because I'm curious. The next one is actually she mirrors your body language. What does it mean? Have you ever thought about this? Like when you talk to her, this one is actually gold, like really gold. If she like crosses her legs, when you cross your leg, adjust her posture after you do, or even picks up her drinks right after you do it. Congratulations, mate. She's syncing with you without even realizing it, without even thinking it. She's trying to do the same thing, mimicking the same thing, mirroring the same moves. That's like some really beautiful kind of signal that you can know. And the next one would be the fact that she finds excuses to come close to you. And women rarely get physically close to the men they don't like. They always would like to do that. It's not like a coincidence because let's be honest, you want someone, you're looking for an excuse to kind of break the ice and get to be close to them. Whether it's just because I've witnessed it a lot. And I got it from people that I was not even interested in. And that's the interesting thing. Because when you are not interested in someone, especially a man interested being in a woman, you do not treat him like a mistress or anything. You would treat them like a very normal person. And that shifts everything in their mind. And then they will be chasing you. But if you like someone really very much, then they will feel it. And then it will be more difficult for you to get that one. But the ones that I really didn't even care about, I was walking, they saw me, and they stopped. All of a sudden, they saw me, they stopped, and they came to me. And then it was really funny because I noticed that they wanted to hug me or they wanted me to actually do some physical, like, first or let's say impression. It wasn't the first because we were like seeing each other a lot, but they wanted me to actually do these things. And I was like, I'm not so sure if I should do that. But then they were like doing these things. They were coming closer. If she likes you, she would go the extra mile. She would try to get close to you and come, trying to like attract you and all that thing. Or text, when you send a text, she replies quickly. That's a good signal. But if you send a text and she replies to you next day or after 5 hours and she says, sorry, I was too busy. Come on. These days, we guys have phones. And on our phones, instantly, you can get the notification. So when you instantly get the notification, you have already known who's texted you. It's a priority that you don't want to answer that person. So you say, oh, sorry, I was busy. But it's a lie. It's like, I gotta make a video on that. Women, they say something, they mean completely something else. But that's actually a topic for a different video because you need to understand, for example, when she says something, she's indirectly telling you stuff and expecting you to actually getting to know them. By the way, I think I look really handsome with this leather jacket and sunglasses, trying to, because these topics are very let's say strict and very personal, serious topics. I try to bring fun to it so that it's not really a very serious discussion. I believe that sense of humor is actually a beautiful thing. But the next sign, after you tell her a joke and she laughs and she shows you something, because it also happened to me a few times. And it led me to actually thinking, okay, she's laughing at me and I didn't even say anything funny, but she's opening up and she's smiling and she's like, you can see her face, everything, she's excited. That's a very beautiful thing. If that happens to you, just go and talk to them. Go and talk to them and try to see how it is, because you need to know it's not like do it once for all. It's like a small conversation. You talk to them a little bit, then the next time a bit more, then you see what happens. You have to test the water before you jump in. So you need to understand these things also. Her voice gets softer, sweeter, or higher around you. That's a good signal also. Like women don't even realize this happens. because a slight pitch change is actually a good indicator and a strong biological attraction signal. For example, a lot of them talk like children to their spouse or to their parents. That's something that I've seen. For example, I used to have a girlfriend, and she used to talk like a child on the phone. And also, she had the same with her mom when she was on the phone. I was like, what? I never seen something like that. But she just liked that. And she was actually quite older than me. But these are just like some basic kind of concepts, because everything will happen on a repeated pattern. Nothing happens only once. Everything keep happening again and again. But if you understand the reason behind it, then you can reverse engineer it and say, okay, that meant that, and we can conclude this. But sometimes you're not exactly right, because some people send you mixed signals. Some people are just like that to everybody, and you go and talk to them and say, no, I'm just like very kind to everybody. So you need to actually understand it. Try to talk to her just a few times, and if she actually says that I'm like that with everybody, what she means is that she likes you, but not so much. She wants you to actually be a friend, like in the friend zone. Then if she breaks up, she can have a backup. That's what she means. These are really kind of psychological, kind of warfare games that I'm just opening up for you guys. So feel free to actually like the video and subscribe to the channel, as these topics are really some kind of lifelong experiences that majority of people actually never would share with anyone, because they spend a lot of time to experience them personally. The other sign is that they start touching you, and like for example, you go in a safe place, and here's the shocker: a woman who likes you will come and touch your arm, touch your back, your shoulder, or even your hand, but always lightly, casually, if she didn't mean to do it. But if they like you on the next level, she would touch you on your thighs, because thighs, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but if you touch a person on the thigh, they can actually, be heated up and everything. So women actually do these things also sometimes. So keep an eye for that, because this subtle touch is a test, a temperature check. About 90% of men actually miss it. And she gets nervous, fridgy, and too chatty sometimes. If you see that signal also, many men assure that women only act confident when they're attracted, but that's wrong. Some women get stressed, and their voice cracks. They talk fast, they over-explain things, and they have nervous energy that is often hidden desire. And I've witnessed also that many times personally, that there were actually some girls that I've seen, but I didn't like them or anything, but they were really stressed when they were around me. And I was like, what is it? Am I stressing them? But then I realized that they really liked me, and they came to me and they wanted me to talk to them. And the most interesting part is that they were not even my type, and I didn't really care about them at all. And they really loved that. I mean, the less I cared about them, the more they came to me. And think about it like that. There has to be a psychological explanation for this, and there is, because they're trying to break to you. As of an example, I'm just giving you some personal examples so you can understand. You can of course resonate with this based on your perception as well. And the other signal is that she asks you for personal questions. For example, not the small talk, but the deeper stuff. For example, are you seeing someone? Do you have a girlfriend? Or what kind of girls do you like? What are you looking for right now? She's not curious, she's evaluating you as a potential partner, perhaps. And the body language is also a beautiful thing. You see, if you are sitting with her and her feet actually point toward you, it sounds kind of silly, but it's 100% psychological. People point their bodies forward to what they want, and if her feet or knees or hips are angled toward you, she's mentally pulled into your direction. She's showing that, okay, I take care of you. But you see, sometimes, for example, some people show up like they don't like that the woman doesn't like a person. They would not be seeing them. They would exactly look at the other way, so that they don't get an eye contact or anything. So you position your body toward the people that you like the most, and that explains why. The other kind of signal is that women are actually into let's say teasing just a bit. So if she slightly teases you, and playful teasing is an attraction disguised as a humor, and if she's giving you a fun, flirty kind of challenge, it is because she wants a reaction from you and only you. So she needs to test you and see what you do, how you do it. And that's an interesting thing. What else? You might be wondering the other signal that might be sent by a female to a guy that she perhaps likes. It would be the signal that she remembers very tiny little things that you have said. She's paying attention to what you have told her. For example, something you said weeks ago, or a shirt that you wore, or a story you told once. If she remembers the specifics, she's invested. That's a beautiful thing. Because in this world, we have a phrase called attention economy. What does that mean? Is that the person who gets most of the attention is getting a lot of resources. Whether it is in a place, in a university, in a campus, at your job, the person who gets most of the attention, even also on Instagram, social media, that person has access to a lot of resources. And you're not gonna pay attention to something that's not worth it. That's why you want to have something that other people also desire. That's why the top percentage of people would have access to a lot of attention, and these other people are trying to win them, and they can choose. I don't know if you get it or not, because I explained a different kind of perspective. I hope that I explained it interestingly. But look, kind of look like Matrix with this outfit. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. So other signals to tell you, you just think about it, how they respond, how you would respond if you like or if you hate someone. It would be completely different. So by the time that you can actually understand these differences, you can also put it on the other kind of circle. Like, you are the one that you like someone, you would behave like this, versus it will be from the other end and they like you. So you understand, okay, if they do that, so okay, let me understand that. Then you take it on a more serious kind of manner. If she gives you kind of lingering looks, the look, it's not quick, it's not an accident. It's a half second long kind of look, and the kind that says everything without a word. Women actually reveal desire through devotion in their gaze. So she looks at you more often. She's expecting you to perhaps go talk to her. Just go and talk to her. Worst case scenario, she would say no. It doesn't mean anything. You're not gonna be hurt. You just go talk to another one. If you are afraid of losing the game like that, my friend, my brother, trust me, you're not gonna make it in the world, because the world is full of very, very, let's say, competitive people. If she tries to look better around you, what is that? Because it's all about the way she looks. New hairstyle, a little more makeup, nicer outfit, lip gloss, or maybe she's trying to make herself more pretty. Whenever you're around her, she's actually signaling sexual readiness and interest to, like, ignite you to actually do the, love, let's say, or take the things to the next stage, which kind of makes sense. You want to be looking presentable around some people that you take care of them. Otherwise, you're not gonna actually be more into their eyes. If you don't, let's say, take care of yourself, they're not gonna take you seriously. The last signal also is that she makes it easy for you to make a move. What does that mean? Well, let me break it into simple steps so you can understand. Women rarely make the first move, but they do make it easier for you to take it. For instance, if she doesn't walk away and she stays there, if she keeps the conversation flowing, staying near you, returning your energy, mimicking your voice, as we said, mirroring the action, and doesn't block your advances. She wants you to move things forward, and she's giving you what we call it, like the passage, the possibility that you actually take the next move. And the final thoughts, mate. Women reveal attraction in subtle psychological ways. They don't announce it, and they signal it. If you recognize even 3 or more of these signs, she's not just interested, she's attracted to you. And so you shouldn't hesitate and don't second guess and overthink it. Just proceed and don't be afraid of being frown zoned, and just move with confidence and talk to her. But here's the point: if you go and talk to them based on the logic that we are talking, the way that we are talking right now, you explain things, it's not going to work out. Because to talk to the women, you have to understand how they think. They don't think like men. We men think like logically, based on the statistics, but women, they think based on the emotions. So if you're going to talk to her, you should show her that you respect her, but at the same time try to be showing empathy, but at the same time you need to understand how far is too far. It's difficult to explain it because it depends case by case basis. It's not a one size fits all. It's like, okay, you go there, you talk to her, you see how she is reacting. If she is reacting in a way that you like, then slowly you would just give her some gift, and you would just talk to her, and you would invite her for the dinner. And here's the thing: you don't have to spend anything on her, because if you spend something, she would be like comparing it to someone else, and she would like more from you. So the most dominant people that I've actually seen in my life, they don't like spend anything on the women, because if you spend something, it's like, what is this? Like you're trying to buy the love. A woman who's gonna be bought is not worth having. So you should try to work on the thing that is actually not for sale. The love is not for sale. The feeling is not for sale, and that's the beauty of it. If you feel the right fit, if it's not, let's say, warfare, you don't have to think, okay, they did that, what does that mean, then that is that. Okay, man, that's enough. You need to understand that she likes you and you like her, and you completely talk to each other, showing empathy and all, and that's it. It's a beautiful word. But if she shows some kind of weird things you don't understand, you're better off without her, because even if you be with her long term, she's going to waste your energy, waste your resources, and at the end of it, she's going to go and find someone else, which has happened a lot of times. You can see in the sport. These days, it happens way too many times, actually, that you see people, they invest their kind of life into some people that are actually wrong, and sooner than later, they understand that so many years wasted, and those years are not coming back. So better use your time, let's say, logically, and don't waste it on the wrong person. If she's the right one, you would know she's the right one, and you can have a conversation with her. And here's the point: If you don't have difficult conversations, you are gonna have a difficult life. If you try to always go easy with easy conversations and run away from difficult ones, your life is going to be a living hell, because they're gonna be some stuff that you haven't walked through it, you haven't talked about them, you haven't found the common ground, and then the let's say, what is it, the clash of let's say conceptions happen. You expect something, she expects something else, and then everything will go sideways. So if you like this video, guys, you probably like one of these two videos that pop up on the screen. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next one, I hope that you have a good one. Yeah.